Ding, ding, ding. Hello, everybody. This is Charles. Today is Survivor Circle for October 3rd, 2023. And our topic for the day is going to be butts. Hi, Maria.
Not, not my butt.
Well, not kind of my butt, but not the one you're thinking of. Anyway, that one's in use right now.
Mm-hmm. You're sitting on.
I was gonna go on a trip last week, and I kind of thought about it. Sure, just do it, right? And used to be, I would do that, okay, spontaneously, right? Just throw a change of clothes in the car, maybe, or maybe not. You know, just
Right.
hop in the car, and if I didn't have anything to do or anything pressing, god damn, just hit the road. You know, go do something, go see somewhere new. And that's what I plan to do. And I was thinking, well, I'll go Saturday.
Mm-hmm.
Nah, I didn't. Oh, okay. Got up Saturday morning. It was something on, I swear, it popped up on my news feed.
Oh, yeah.
My goodness, torrential rains. I said, what? I bring up the radar. There's absolutely nothing within 200 miles of me. I thought, well, maybe there's something on the way in, and I should worry. Well, yeah, there was a very severe rainstorm hitting like New York City,
Oh,
in the coastal areas.
Mm-hmm.
Had absolutely no effect on anything where I was going to be going.
Right.
But it threw me off a little bit, and I said, no, okay. But I would go, but it's too late now. But I think COVID has ruined us all.
Mm-hmm.
It used to be, you just do it. There wasn't any planning involved. My God, I used to. I kind of make fun of myself now
Mm-hmm.
because you can't go anywhere without your phone.
Right.
Heaven forbid, I should run down to the corner store and not have my phone with me.
Oh, yeah. Heaven forbid.
Oh my God, yes. And I'm saying, no, man, this is not right. Or, but what if I should get lost? If I didn't have my phone,
Mm-hmm.
dude, have you ever heard of a paper map? We used to get them for free, and like the roadside
Mm-hmm. Gas
uh,
station.
sure, gas stations.
Mm-hmm.
It's free Ohio map. Free West Virginia map. I had a box. I swear to God, I had a box that was like, oh God, 30 inches,
Mm-hmm.
6 inches deep. That was nothing but, and they weren't all mine, but from actually, I came up with the idea one time that I should like wallpaper a room
Mm-hmm.
in nothing but maps.
Ooh, there you go.
Yeah,
You go.
I thought that was just awesome.
Mm-hmm.
But you take off to go somewhere you've never been before, never had no idea,
Mm-hmm.
something you heard about or something. You put that, you take it, throw that in the glove box, and you're gone.
Yeah.
A little bit of money in your pocket, and no phone, no way to get in touch with you. Well, I guess you'd go to a pay phone back in those days. They had this thing called phone booths
Mm-hmm.
that could be out in the middle of nowhere.
Mm-hmm.
It was like a tiny tiny glass closet.
Had a little light.
Reference? Yes. Legend has it that that's what Superman changed clothes in, but never caught him.
Mm-hmm.
And I thought that's just awesome.
Mm-hmm.
And but me and a buddy got laid off on Friday.
Mm-hmm.
We hopped in the car on Saturday and spent the next week in Florida.
Nice.
You know, drove from here to where did we first stop? The first stop was in Cocoa Beach, which is just inland from Cape Kennedy.
Mm-hmm.
It had been changed. It had changed by then. And in like 23 hours or something. Back in the you could drive 75 miles an hour all the time. Days.
Yeah.
So yeah. It's just I mean, we didn't care.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, actually, I think we stopped somewhere in South Carolina or Georgia, probably South Carolina. The first day, and took a nap on a picnic table in the middle. That was it. You could do that. I don't know. I can't imagine most people doing that now. I just can't. It's so alien. We've become so controlled, so channeled. We've got to do it this way. You got to be careful. You got to have an itinerary. You have to have reservations. You have to call and make sure they're going to be open.
Mm-hmm.
All that crap.
Yes.
Just go. Just go. Someplace will be open.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. That's why I'm saying, we got a problem with our butts. I would do this, but I would do that, but there's always something getting in the way.
Right.
And I don't know, maybe a lot of it is just me, because I'm I don't know, like a people pleaser, really. Okay,
A lot of us are.
I always tended to put my own priorities last.
Mm-hmm.
Make sure if you have a party, you got to make sure everybody has a drink. Everybody had given parties.
Mm-hmm.
I worked my ass off. Did not have a good time.
Mm-hmm.
Why the hell did I have a party?
Mm-hmm.
Everybody was fine. Nobody got in fights. Everything was good.
Right.
And yeah, and all I saw, and it's like a blur to me because I was buzzing around like a bee in a barrel. It just
You were hosting.
yes.
Yeah.
So,
Mm-hmm.
but that's when you're a responsible person, you do that. You do it that way.
Yes.
But that's
I've done a few of those.
Mm-hmm. See, I was thinking, COVID has made that worse. Made that tendency worse. I mean, sure, as you get older, a little less sure, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
It's not that bad yet.
Yeah.
I'm saying, okay, but the COVID really brought that down. No, the first time I I went to New York. That's base. I threw a couple of changes of clothes in the car
Mm-hmm.
and left.
Yeah.
It was no big deal.
Mm-hmm.
It was my first long distance trip in quite some time, but I didn't have a. I don't know. I had a cell phone, but I didn't. It was the little bitty one, you know,
Hmm.
that didn't have that. Like, it had a screen, but it was kind of worthless,
Oh yeah.
you know. And in fact, I've still got it anyway. But uh, I didn't have it. Oh my god, I printed out a map before I left
Hmm.
off the computer, and that's it.
Yeah.
And that was days and days more planning
Hmm.
than I used to do on something like that.
Yeah.
I'll, I'll find. I know
Hmm.
that way's north, that way's south. The sun sets in the west.
Yep.
I'm good. I know where I'm going. You know.
Yep. Yeah.
Uh,
I know of the names of all the big cities around me and little towns and side
exactly.
roads. Hmm.
And that if I don't know the side roads, that's good. That's a road I've never been on before. It's a new place I've
Right.
never seen. You know.
Yeah. Yeah.
Um, yeah. So I don't know. We're going to try it. We've all got to loosen up. You know, the thing I don't watch news. I don't watch TV news at all anymore.
Hmm.
And I've limited myself to online news quite a bit. And it's
Hmm.
been good. It has been good. It has been restful. It has been healthy for me. You know?
Hmm.
Because there was a kill. There was a mass murderer here last week, and we're
Mm.
just now catching the culprit. Uh,
Right.
the state police are all on alert, and the National Guard have been called out to search the forests.
Hmm.
Okay, and I'm sorry, that's 400 miles away from me.
Hmm.
Should I lock my doors?
Hmm.
Should I, should I make sure the ammo supply's up? I
Right.
just there's so much, and I don't. It's they do it to us intentionally.
Oh
Okay,
yeah.
um, half the time,
Hmm.
not all the time, but at least half the time, you get forecasts of torrential rainfall or dangerous winds, or
Hmm.
I mean, at least 3 times this summer
Hmm.
we've had those.
Hmm.
And the one time we had like a peak wind gust of like 25 miles an hour.
Hmm.
I said, wait, and it didn't rain at all. I
Yeah.
said, wait a minute. I was supposed to stock up on toilet paper because of this. Just
Hmm.
another day, dude. You know, I don't know who benefits from that. Keeping everybody on edge, and
Hmm.
people are on edge all the time.
And
Um,
it makes me wonder. I know you've seen those montages of all local news stations
yes,
where it's the same story and they try to put a different tone of voice to it, but the wording is exactly the
they're
same
obviously reading off the same script.
nationally. I mean, it's
Yeah,
and it's sad because it's like when it's like, so what happens if you decided to say, I'm not doing that story? I'm not gonna. Do
oh,
they get
right.
federal funding or do they get their? I mean, does it get taken away? I mean, what's
Oh
going
no,
on?
no, no. That stuff comes down from corporate.
Yeah,
Okay,
but it's like, so
that
are
oh,
corporate gonna
that's
like take them off
that's
the air?
where it can be. That's as far as it can be tracked.
Mm,
Okay,
mhm.
if they got a call from somebody, you know, that's those aren't on the record.
Right,
Okay,
right.
but the truth is,
Mhm,
once you what as far as high as this stuff has been tracked,
mhm.
Those guys aren't taking orders from anybody from Washington. Okay.
But I mean, it's all of them. It's even
Yes.
it's the same damn story that's on mainstream media. Your Fox, CNN, in
Hmm.
bullshit, whatever.
Yes.
It's
Well,
all the same story.
but they're
So
all under the same. They're all in the same networks.
they are,
There
but
are there are like four basic networks. There's Fox, Cox, and I don't know, but
so,
they're, you know what I'm saying, and it's not NBC national. Okay, you used to have
it's all.
national national CBS and national NBC. Okay,
Mhm,
those were your big three,
mhm,
but they all had local affiliate stations
mhm,
that did the local news. It just did the local news.
mhm,
Okay, then the big guys did the national news.
mhm,
Now, then CNN came on with their 24-hour news thing,
mhm.
and they got to have the same story, and they just
Over
keep
and over and over.
arguing it over and over and over and over again. Um, and they got an audience. You know,
So,
they
but what
got
I
the
don't,
they got the money, they got the advertisers.
mhm. What I didn't,
It's,
I never
you have to
understood.
pay reporters. You have to pay reporters to go out and get a local story.
They just tell you what to say.
Yeah.
Well, that's
Yep.
what I get at. Even your local news has a national whatever, and it's the same story that everybody else has, word for word. They can't
Yes.
change it, don't know it. So, where does this come from? And it goes to all of them, it goes to every news
It comes.
station.
There's no.
Everything.
Well, it's obvious that there's no actual real journalism left.
Correct.
Okay, I can't remember the name of the big giant conglomerate firm that bought up all the local newspapers.
Hmm.
Okay, we used to have a decent uh, local newspaper every day,
Hmm.
and it would print out. Oh God, you know. Um,
Yep.
like 20, 30 full-size sheets every day.
Hmm.
Okay, news and ads, classifieds,
Hmm.
all kinds of things. And then there was the comics and the the Sunday supplements,
Hmm.
you know, and a Sunday paper was this big around,
Oh
and
yeah.
this long.
And the
Okay,
only thing I wanted
now,
out of it was the
now,
comic.
now the local doesn't do a Sunday paper,
No,
you know,
I don't think our
but a
local
big
ever did.
paper, yeah, no,
Now
no.
we had a morning paper, we had an evening paper when I was
Mhm.
growing up. Did you?
Okay,
And then it went
yeah.
to just at
Oh
the end
no,
of
there were two papers
the day.
in Sebring, Ohio.
Hmm.
They were both. I think they were both weeklies,
Hmm. Hmm.
but they were yes, they were local. They were neighborhood papers
Yeah.
practically.
Yeah.
Okay, but some guy had that at his presses, and he made a living at it.
Hmm.
No big deal.
You're right.
Um, then there was the big city paper, which was Alliance, which at that time probably had a population of like 65, 70,000.
Hmm.
Okay. And they were the main area, local area paper.
Yeah.
Um, then you got you could get the Plain Dealer or the Akron Beacon Journal, which were
Hmm.
big city papers.
Right. Right.
Or if you're really hoity-toity, you could have the
Hmm.
Times shipped in
Oh
or the
yeah.
Wall Street Journal. You
Yeah.
know,
We didn't pay attention to
but
that shit.
yeah, but still, but all that stuff now just isn't there,
Hmm.
and it's not because it costs money.
Hmm.
It costs somebody's got to eat. The writer has to eat. Okay.
Right.
They have to do, and they do that, and they travel, and they go to Columbus, 200 miles away, or they follow up on stories, and they go sit in trials, and they tell you what happened from what happened to them, what happened where they were. This is firsthand reporting on the page. Okay. They tell you who won the ball game and what was going on.
Right.
Now you get sports reports are written by an AI. They started doing that because really, most sports reports over certainly the last 20 years was the stats from the sheets and the scores, and that was pretty much it.
Right.
Okay. And but it's completely dead now. They don't even try to fake a story.
Right.
Because it's sad. It's sad how easy it is to hide things now. Really, to really hide things. Okay? Because people don't know what's going on the other side really know what's going on the other side of town. Or 2 miles away from their little straight narrow path that goes from home to work,
Right.
Outside that center, it really doesn't exist, and it's terrible. It's terrible. It's a terrible way to be. I don't know what the solution should be. But the solution should be we do our own news, but that doesn't work. We've proven that over the past 10 years, certainly, because one person. But there are a lot of good writers that left newspapers and went to do blogs. Okay.
Yes. Yeah.
And did special, like favorite of mine is Cheryl Costa. Okay. Now she's working for the Roswell Times. She has an editorial, all of anything UFOs once a week. I think it's awesome. That's awesome, but that's real journalism. She's in that circle of information.
Yes.
Okay. And if something pops up in the news, she knows who to talk to get the straight dough, and she's been in that lane enough years that you're not gonna bullshit her. That's not gonna, you can't tell. Oh no, that doesn't happen. That never happened that way. Oh yeah, it did. I was there.
Right. That's like Ufi said, Charles, you used the words Roswell and science in the same breath.
Yes, there's science to be done there.
I'm sure there's been plenty of science in there.
Sure. I feel ashamed, but Peter Robbins had a couple of guys from Roswell that had found some new bits of some kind of
Tidbits.
metallic debris that they'd sifted out of the soil in the area where supposedly a UFO had crashed. And no, I do not have a Roswell pet rock yet, but any day now, I think I'll get it in the mail. Uh, you know, I did, but anyway, so as I said, as I apologize, I didn't even watch that show. Ordinarily, I would have, but I was busy. I was doing other things.
Mhm.
Right, Maria? You can vouch for me.
Yep, kind of happened.
Yes. I if it's headline breaker,
Mm.
if they have real, honest, scientific evidence,
Mhm.
I want to see it. I want to hear it. I
Mhm.
want to see where they went. I want to do the. I want to do the background. You've got to do the background work yourself.
Mhm.
You
Mhm.
got to say, oh, they took it to the University of Phoenix. What's their background? Do they do this kind of stuff? What kind of spectrographs graph? What's a spectrograph? What did they do an isotope analysis? What's an isotope analysis? You know,
Right.
why is it important?
Mhm.
You've got to have all that. It's there. Walter Cronkite is truly dead. Okay,
Oh yeah.
there
Long
is
time
no
ago.
one on the national news that can tell any of us anything. Okay, well maybe some would listen to, and my name just went blank. Who just got fired from Fox?
Tucker.
Tucker Carl. Now some people believe Tucker Carlson 100%. I do not. But okay, there are a few that.
No, and you can't believe all of them anyway.
Mhm. Yeah.
And it doesn't matter because even though as hard
Well,
as you try to
then it
be,
comes back. Comes back to exactly where you started. They all, after the day later, they all come back with the same story.
Mhm.
One story, one storyline. No, no differentiation. This is the story, and that's what everybody says. So it was a weather balloon. Damn it!
well, okay, so that's the story that's handed down. But then you've got the people that say, no, 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 it wasn't.
Mhm.
But it's like, so the majority has already said that it was. So then you have the people that are in their little around America or whatever that are going, no.
Mhm.
And this is the reason why it wasn't. But
Yes.
it's already been told that it was. So
Mhm.
everybody just writes it off
Mhm.
that that's what it was. That's just like I saw a meme today that said, it said, the aliens story is not working anymore. Go to plan B. And it was like, release the name of the guy that killed Tupac. That was all over the place yesterday.
Oh, yeah, I did see. I did.
So it's like they're not distracted enough. UFO stories is not distracting them. They're starting to
Mhm.
pay attention. Let's release some other kind of bullshit. And that's the
Um,
thing. And you've got these
Kevin,
people.
the Speaker of the House was removed for the first time in history today.
Who gives a shit?
So yeah, and it really, and what did he do while he was Speaker of the House? What monumental effort did he put out and get passed, get done?
Nothing.
Nothing. Yeah. So
Like all
who
of them,
cares? So
they're in
who
a different room
cares?
that's done anything.
You know?
And they're not doing anything.
Yeah.
They're just getting richer every day through the
Yeah.
lobbies, all that good stuff. And then here we are stuck with this bullshit news we're getting that people believe. That's what drives me crazy. And if you go back through everything that happened with COVID
Mm-hmm.
and how people were attacking each other because this group was like going, you know what? There's something a little bit hinky about this. This isn't
Sure.
correct. This isn't right.
Mhm.
And I mean, and I had, and if somebody else went against the grain of what was
Mhm.
being shoved down your throat,
Yes.
people lost their minds And it was like, well, you're
Yes.
just going to die. You're going to get it. You're going to spread it. You're not going to wear a mask. You're not going to get vaccinated. If you get vaccinated, that stops the spread of it. Hello.
Mm-hmm.
There was a group of people that were like going, do you really believe this came out of a wet market? Hello.
No.
How dumb is that?
Look, okay.
But then it keeps going on. It keeps going on.
As soon as there was a vaccine available, I went and got mine. Okay.
Sure.
And that wasn't because I believed it was natural. And I've said it here before, and I'll say it again. There is an international network of weapons labs. I'm sorry, that look for cures for diseases that haven't happened yet. Okay, and they trade this shit like kids would trade baseball cards. Okay, I remember a few years ago they had smallpox, which is extinct in the natural world. They had smallpox samples sent from one lab to another in the mail.
Yeah.
Are you kidding me? You know, and I thought that was going to blow the whole thing up. People say, oh well, nothing happened. Oh well.
They did it with anthrax, but that's what I'm getting at. It's you're told what to think, you're told what to do, and you're also told that if people go against you're being told, what they're telling you on the news, then you are to attack them. You are to do whatever.
Ostracize them.
Yes.
Those other people are too stupid.
That went with COVID.
Yes.
That goes with political views. That goes with everything.
Sure.
You are told constantly anybody that goes against your belief needs to be killed. And they said it with the vaccines. What was it, last winter? This is going to be the winter of the unvaccinated death. Are you kidding me? Were you still trying to shove that shit down everybody's throats? The same shit. You're saying, oh, well, you get this, you won't get COVID. And then everybody lined up to get it. And it was like, ooh, oops, we were wrong. You need to get a second dose. That'll keep it from happening. Oh, oops, no, that's not going to stop it either. Let's line up for number 3 and 4 and 5. No. And the other people that were sitting here on the other side going, I'm not going to get vaccinated. Man, you could bring up a ton of clips of the people that kept telling you to get vaccinated, of how these are the people that need to burn. They need to put them in prison. If they get COVID and die from it, they deserve to die.
They need to be deplatformed.
But
they can't say this stuff.
Everybody listened to them. And anybody that went against the system, here we are. We're over here in the other corner, and everybody's telling us. It's like, I didn't wear a mask when I went to the grocery store. Well, okay. If they were telling you to stay 6 feet away from me, then stay 6 fucking feet away from me.
Yes.
If you're wearing a mask, stay 6 feet away from me and leave me alone.
Yep.
But I never had any problems like you'd see. I mean, and people, they're telling you to wear a mask, people with breathing problems. And then you're taking out that much. I'm sorry. If somebody with breathing problems can't wear a mask.
I know this is a special thing, but wearing a mask was an absolute ordeal for me because I have breathing problems.
Exactly. And you were a piece of shit in the public eye.
And you're trying, look, on a good day, when I'm moving around, I'm heaving for air. Put that mask on there and restrict my breathing a little bit.
Mhm.
and I'm suffering. You know.
And they were told the government, the media, the wonderful media that you say that the government doesn't tell them what to say, which I do not believe that one bit.
Mhm.
Um, they were telling people that were wearing masks to go after the people like you, even
Mhm.
though you can't wear a mask. They were
Yeah.
telling them to take you out in the field and hang you up somewhere. Literally.
Fortunately, those didn't, as far as we know, anyway. Those plans
Mask
were
didn't
not
work anyway.
taken to fruition.
Yeah. The
Uh,
mask didn't work. So,
no.
but that's what I'm getting at. You're talking about butts and stuff.
Mhm.
We're looking back on that,
Yeah.
and everybody, a lot of people, not everybody, but a lot of people are like, "You're not doing that to us again. You're never going to
Oh,
lock us down again.
absolutely.
You're
Yep.
never going to try to force a vaccine on us again." I mean, and look at the people who lost their jobs, the military that had to leave because they were being told they had to be vaccinated.
Yeah.
All the people that lost their jobs over this crap, and they knew the government, CDC, all of them knew it was bullshit in the first place. They knew it was bullshit.
Well, it depends on which cover. No, okay, it's all about the cover story. Okay, do you believe this cover story or that cover story, or do you want to go out and actually do the research and find out what really fucking happened? Okay,
Yeah, that's the
yeah,
thing.
but
Nobody does
they set up these two scenarios
that.
to keep you busy fighting,
Hmm.
and you're not anywhere near what
Right.
actually happened. Okay,
Because they
let
knew what
alone
actually happened.
let alone
Tell you.
why it happened. Okay,
Mhm.
because it did. Okay, this is my own belief. I can't prove it,
Mhm.
but I can show you a great deal of documented evidence.
Mhm.
Okay, that this happened in a weapons lab in
Mhm.
Wuhan, China,
Mhm.
that was partially, at least, funded by the United States.
Mhm.
Okay, and
Yep.
supervised by an international consortium. Okay,
CDC was in on it.
and the whole point is
Our people were in on it.
yes.
But when
The
that was
point,
brought up, when this
this
first
was
came out,
the miracle is the
we weren't allowed
miracle.
to talk about
You
it.
know what the miracle, the true miracle of this is?
Mm.
This was only a 2%.
Mhm.
Okay, this was which is twice as bad as the worst flus. Okay,
Oh,
but
yeah.
it's only this was only a 2%.
Mhm.
You're going to have to go a long way
Mhm.
to convince me
Mhm.
that they don't have weaponized stuff on the shelf that can
Oh,
do 50%.
mhm. There's news
Thank
articles.
goodness, thank God that shit didn't get away.
There's news articles for like 30 years of bioterrorism that
Yes.
in labs in America and labs and why it was released in China first, which that was a whole different thing too, because if it had hit as many people there as it did here,
Hmm?
where are the bodies? What they
You
do with
don't
them?
know. No,
It's
no. You go look it up internationally. China has no reported COVID deaths.
Mhm.
Zero.
Exactly.
Okay.
Mhm.
The Gobi Desert
Yeah. Yeah.
is a big empty place. Okay,
Mhm.
that's all I can tell
Mhm.
you. You know,
And then too, okay, so people they're made to get the vaccine or they get the vaccine because they want to.
mhm.
Then side effects. are starting to be reported. But it's like, oh no, that's bullshit. Don't listen to that. Nothing like that ever happened. No. Don't listen to that. Didn't happen.
Side effects always happen.
Yes. But
They
were
happen.
like,
They happened with Jenner's cowpox in 1751 or whenever. Okay.
go eat some peanut butter and find out that you're allergic to peanuts. I mean, side effects happen.
Right.
But what I was getting at, they were like going, oh no. The vaccine didn't cause that. No. That didn't happen. They already had these health problems. They didn't.
They just didn't know it.
Yeah, they just didn't know that they were sick.
Mhm.
Oh, okay.
Mhm. Yeah, it's but that really, that is not the heart of the mystery to me.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yes, it's a vaccine. It was more widely distributed
Mm-hmm.
a basically untested type
Mm-hmm.
that was broadcast throughout the world.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And given the broad population that got the vaccine, the long COVID people
Mm-hmm.
and the side effects really weren't that bad. They weren't significantly worse than the old. They a little bit. They were a little bit worse than the old style vaccines. Okay, but not off the wall bad. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
so I don't think the people that are working in the CDC necessarily know any more. In fact, I would almost guarantee if you walk into an actual working lab somewhere, they probably know less than we do.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah.
I'm saying you and me, Maria,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
they know less than we do.
Right.
Because you know what? They know their thing.
Mm-hmm.
They're busy doing their job.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. They
Mm-hmm.
don't have the time. They don't have a time
Exactly.
like me to actually go in and dig through the stacks of literature.
Mm-hmm.
See, well, when did they start talking about doing this?
Yeah.
Oh, 2007. That's interesting. Okay.
And that's the thing too. Anybody that brought that up was canceled.
Oh, yes.
You started bringing in facts from all this stuff. They were canceled. And it was, I can remember, whatever kind of hearing it was or
One of,
whatever,
okay. Go
but
ahead.
they were talking about,
Mm-hmm.
it was on employees of Twitter.
Mm-hmm.
And it was like, the questions were, do you have a medical degree? No. So what gives you the right to suspend the account or to delete the account of a doctor who is giving out medical advice about this, telling you,
It's not giving out medical advice, but he is handing over valid medical information. I'm not telling you what to do, but these are the facts.
well,
Okay.
but it was like, he's given the advice. This is what we're seeing.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
This is what's happening.
Mm-hmm.
Here's your choice.
Right.
No, I mean, this is, so that
Yeah.
was his advice.
Mm-hmm.
And they were canceling them because it went against what the government and the CDC and the media was shoving down your throat. That was just like they kept talking about all the ventilators. My God, we got to have ventilators. They were putting people on ventilators and it was killing them.
Yes.
And then finally, the doctors were like going, "Oh, we can't. This is killing them. Let's not do this."
This protocol is not working. Yes.
The medicine that they were saying would help you,
Mm-hmm.
they weren't allowed to give. It just freaking disappeared, even
Well,
though
do
it
you
had it on shelves. So I mean,
excuse
and that's
do you know where that original hydroxychloroquine story came from?
all I know is that I know there's a lady that I worked with that her husband has to take it for something. I don't remember what condition he had, but he get
Was it malaria?
mm,
Something. It was a tropical disease that's
no,
ongoing.
not for him.
Oh,
It,
okay.
it, it was
Okay.
treating him a different condition, and he's been on it for many, many years.
Yes.
And
Okay.
then when COVID hit,
But it
and
was okay, which tells you that it's not a particularly toxic uh, drug.
correct,
Okay.
they've been
And if
prescribing it to
if, if
people.
they had supplies to broadcast it widespread, it wouldn't be a problem because they have 20, 30, 40 years in practice with it. Okay, so duh.
Well, it was
Anyway,
even sold over the counter in England, I
yeah.
believe. But
Oh,
when COVID
almost
hit,
almost any like South American or Central American country. I mean, up to any. I mean, yeah. It was a particularly good basic disease for basic cure, which is what it's developed for. And I think it was malaria, but I could be wrong. Okay, it was a tropical
I think that's
disease.
right. It was for malaria, but then they figured out it helped so many other
Yes,
things.
right, right.
But that's what I'm getting at. COVID hit. The president says the words straight out of his mouth, and then instantly it went everywhere. How
Yes,
stupid is that? So they take it off the shelves. Doctors can't prescribe it.
but
It's starting
anyway, I'm
coming
good.
off the shelf.
I'm going to sneak back in. Do you know where that story originally came from?
Which one?
The name of the drug that it was they thought would be effective.
No, all I know is that it was told that this could
It was
help.
from a Swiss weapons lab, a
Okay.
French scientist whose wife got it, okay,
Hmm.
who worked in a Swiss lab,
Hmm.
a Swiss bioweapons lab.
Okay.
Said, oh yeah, we worked with something like this, and this was effective.
Hmm.
That's where that came from. Okay,
Okay.
and God knows they buried that guy
Oh yeah.
because you never. But and
That's what I'm getting at.
it's probably scrubbed. It's probably entirely scrubbed from the internet, even.
Oh, I'm sure.
Okay,
I'm
but
sure it is.
I still got it on my journal.
But that's what I'm saying.
Back before December of 2020, before it was in the United States,
Hmm.
these were things that were coming out. Okay,
Hmm.
and they weren't coming out in official pronouncements. This guy had this little bit of knowledge. He saw his wife was in danger, and he says, "Fuck your clearances.
Hmm.
This is doctor. This is what you should do."
Right.
And it got out. The word got out.
Right.
You know, in a natural
Hmm.
way until it was. Oh no, we can't make $1 trillion selling vaccines if this shit works.
Well, see, and that was
That
the thing.
that
The
wasn't in
president,
the plan. That wasn't in the plan.
the president said the words, and people lost their minds. The media lost their minds. Of
Mhm.
course, anything he ever had to say, they were always trying. I mean, I've never seen a beatdown of a president through the press as much as I did with this one. All of them. He
Mhm.
says it, and it's like,
Really, really,
seriously, seriously.
a guy gets his toe clip caught in a pedal, and it falls down, and oh my God, he needs to be in a wheelchair.
Well, the president we have now doesn't need to be running the country, Mr. Dementia. Anyway, no more than Ronald Reagan needed to be running the country when he was there. But yeah, if you've got a president that can't walk and can't figure out where in the hell he's supposed to go to in a stage when people are pointing, going, oh, stop here, stop here. Yeah. Anyway, what I'm getting to is that a president says, this is what he told the people that works. And they just barbecued him. They started taking that shit off the shelves. They told the doctors they couldn't prescribe them. I mean, the people that had the prescription for it already, luckily they were able to still get it. But I mean, it was just, it was insane. So for your butt, looking back at all of this and how everybody treated each other and how.
But that was, I think that was the whole.
If that's not a lesson,
it's become so obvious that was division was the intent. Antagonism and division was the whole intent of the project. Well, okay, that money,
yeah,
lots and lots and lots of money. Okay, and in order to keep that money safe, you have to have antagonism and division. So they, heaven forbid, all the people over here stop beating on each other and say, wait a minute, you're the fucker that caused this. Okay?
And that's what I'm getting at.
Yeah.
But look how long it took people to come to that point, Charles. 3 years.
Yes.
It took them at least 3 years to get to, because the people that were believing the bullshit finally started seeing the lies and started going, they lied to us this whole time. Now, not all of them, but I'm going to tell you, I'm one of those people that had to listen to the bullshit and the way that people treated me and talked to me.
Oh, yeah.
Because I wasn't buying into it.
No.
And I had I had family issues over that shit.
I know.
And I had friends. I had friends that wanted to go with that stuff too. So guess what? They're not my friends.
I'm the only one that's vaccinated in this household.
Mm-hmm.
And
you know what? And that's okay.
I did it and I did it because I figured I couldn't afford. Okay, the possibility that I would have problems with the vaccine was so much less than the possibility of having a really, really, really bad time if I got a severe, even ordinary flu, a severe flu.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
I couldn't do it. I couldn't take, but I wasn't anti-vax because I realized what
Correct.
I don't know where this organism, this RNA cherry picked, weaponized, whatever the hell it was, okay, came from. But according to the deep research, the quote unquote vaccine. I can't tell you what they stuck in my arm exactly, but so there's a certain point where you have to take their word for it. Okay. Well, you do.
How many? Well,
You walk up to the table, and you put your money down, and you pick up the dice. You hope the dice aren't loaded. So, okay.
So therefore, history has taught us nothing. You need a blanket, Charles? Let the government give you a blanket, honey.
I'll keep my buffalo skin robe, thank you.
Yeah. That's what I'm getting at. History's taught us nothing. All they have to do is scare the shit out of one person and it just travels.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm saying. History has taught us absolutely nothing because they're not really teaching history in school anymore. And even when we were going to school, they kind of did. But they never, your schools are never going to teach you what the government has done to their people throughout history. They're not going to tell you that stuff. They're going to tell you about the Trail of Tears, but they're not going to tell you what they did and what caused it and what happened through there.
Oh, yeah.
Because, the victor.
Or heaven forbid the Tuskegee experiments.
You're not going to hear about that either.
Or heaven forbid, I don't want to put a list, but or MK Ultra.
Like I said,
where the hell do they think do they think some bum on the street suddenly synthesized lysergic LSD?
Hell, COVID came from a wet food market somewhere.
Yeah.
So why the hell not? I mean,
okay.
That's why I've got the 5th cat that I've got, is because there in the beginning they were saying, oh my God, cats and dogs are spreading COVID. So everybody started dropping their fucking, and I'm like,
deer.
Oh yeah. Yeah, those need to be thinned out bad. But and people believed it. That's what gets me. The media repeats it because the government funnels it.
Hey, by the way, whatever happened to the bovine brain eating stuff? Okay, remember that 20 years ago?
Mad cow disease.
Mad cow disease.
Yeah.
Don't eat the beef.
Oh, what kills me is that you hear about these stories about in a different country because they call it swine flu. They slaughter a shit ton of pigs. Hello, it's just called swine flu. It doesn't mean that's where it came from, idiots. So,
yes.
Did it really
It's called
happen?
swine flu because it looks kind of like an organ. Its structure is almost kind of like an organism that was originally found in swine 50 years ago. Yeah.
Okay.
Or bird flu.
Oh yeah.
Get out your shotguns.
That could go on all day long.
What kind of bird? All of them, damn it.
We don't know.
We must be. Oh, please. I did see this.
Oh, yes.
Paris is overrun with bed bugs.
Yep.
So don't nobody go to bed in France.
Don't take any luggage. Just go. Oh, look who's finally to show up.
So anyway, let's get back to. So here's my thing. Fuck them. Fuck them. We're not going to pay them any attention,
And that's
we're going to stop listening to them.
No, you're not.
And letting them stop us. And just go ahead and go on with our lives as best we can without them.
You're not. There's going to be something else that's going to come up. And nobody's going to remember it because it's going to be something completely different. Maybe they come up with that.
Wait. Do you think it's possible we're getting set up for the alien invasion scenario?
Dude, I was just fixing to say that. The Blue Beam Project.
Project Blue Beam. Yes. Oh, wait, who that was the rocket guy. The German rocket guy.
I had the book and I pitched it.
Anyway, yeah, it was supposed to be terrorists. Then terrorists then
You missed it,
disease,
Jack.
then asteroids, then aliens, right?
You know, I don't know. They've been shoving the asteroid thing down our throats for years. And there for a while, don't you remember it was the super volcano in Yellowstone that they were really going after? They even came up
That
movie.
wasn't one of von Braun's list.
No.
Or maybe it was.
I don't know.
Maybe it was early thing about earthquakes, about man-made earthquakes. Anyway,
Okay,
but
Jay, he needs to tell me about it. I saw that meme and I was like,
what the? I
Skittles in the frying pan.
I flipped right by that. Ain't got time to bleed. Damn it! Ain't got time for that shit.
It's too funny. I don't know, but like I said, we're not learning anything. The whole country fell for that shit again, and then the ones that didn't, they were persecuted.
Okay. The point is, what's the plan for the next one? God knows we've been played. We've been played for the last, obviously, the last 80 years, at least. Okay?
Yeah.
When are we going? I mean, believe me, we've been through cycles of this shit. Okay? And cycles and cycles and cycles.
We're not teaching our kids anything.
Isn't that the definition of insanity? You know, you keep doing the same thing over and over again, expecting different results. It doesn't.
We're
It
not
never
teaching our kids anything. We're not teaching our kids this shit. We're not teaching them. We're not telling them, okay, this is what really went on in the world. I don't care what they're sugarcoating in school, but this is what really happened.
But my teacher says,
yeah.
my textbook says, what was the date, the print date on your textbook? Well, 2019.
Yeah.
There's your problem.
Mm-hmm.
Go find a textbook that says 1937.
And
okay?
apparently we're not teaching anatomy in school either. We're not. I saw a little short clip. What was the kindergarten teacher that had Arnold Schwarzenegger in it? I think he was like an
kindergarten cop.
Yes. Yeah, kindergarten cop. Okay. And there was this little kid that stood up and he said, women have vaginas and men have penises. And below it, it said, this kid would be canceled today. He would be canceled. And it's the truth. Here we go.
He would be arrested. He would be taken out of the classroom in handcuffs.
Yes. 5 years old, and he's out the suspended.
Yeah.
We can't have that.
Suspected pedophile.
Yeah. So I mean, this is something else that's cooked up. You know, I don't care if you're a guy that wants to dress up like a girl. I don't care if you're a girl that wants to be a guy. Shut up. Look, I was shopping in Walmart today.
And probably half the people could have been either one.
Yeah.
I not only didn't know, I didn't care.
I can remember the first time that I mean, okay, so I'm going to tell you, I love drag queens. I love drag shows to see these men that can come in and they're freaking gorgeous and they can sing and they can dance and they're so freaking talented. I love that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But for a reason, those are 18 and above shows. And sometimes 21 and above because they're usually in a bar. But those shows are so much fun. But then we had to turn all this stuff into craziness by the media let's have drag queens go in and read stories to elementary kids. What's the point? What's the point? I don't, so that's been amazing. That's something that's been thrown at us to like distract us. The
Yes,
whole
but
thing, whatever you identify as whatever
but,
basket you can go into.
but seriously, how many times has that actually fucking happened?
Out there in fucking California somewhere, that whatever
No,
those
but I mean,
happens.
one
Same
time, 5 times, 10.
here.
There are. Oh God,
It's like
there are probably 50,000
Mhm.
elementary schools in the United States.
Oh,
How many? Hmm?
I'd say there's way more than that.
Okay, that's a rough guess. It's a back of the
There's
envelope
probably
kind of thing.
50,000 just in the
No,
south end of Texas.
there are 8,000 counties
Mhm.
in the United States. Okay, so I
Huh?
figured 8,000 counties.
That can't be right.
That's true.
Eight, only 8,000 counties in the entire. Yeah,
50 states. 50
that can't be
states.
right. That can't be right.
Well, I'm going by what I got out of. I'm trusting Google because
Wikipedia.
it looked like it made sense to me. Okay, pretty close. Anyway, but I mean, like I said, I don't know how many. All I know is it's a big number. Okay, it's
Mhm.
between 20 and 100,000.
Mhm.
Okay,
Mhm.
classrooms.
Mhm.
How many drag queens went to them for story time?
Honey, I don't
Half
care.
half a dozen? Half a dozen?
What I'm saying is, I don't care. I'm
Who
just saying
called the
you're
who
making
called the
it.
TV cameras? Who brought the TV cameras with them?
That's what I'm saying, honey. I don't give a shit. I don't care. They're
Yeah,
making it national news to distract
yes,
people. That's what I'm saying.
yes,
That's all I'm
yes,
saying. I don't give a
yes.
shit. I don't care how many damn counties where there is in the United States. I don't care how many schools this happened in. They're shoving this stuff down people's throats and they're losing their mind. That's what I'm getting at. And like I
The
keep
point, no,
saying,
no, 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 no,
history
no.
has not taught us anything.
In order to shove it down your throat, someone has to be in your presence, in your physical presence, to shove it down your throat.
I'm
I'm
just talking
telling
about
you
feet.
that you watched it just because you watched it on Fox News
I don't
is
watch
not
fucking
shoving it,
Fox News.
or or
Stop.
or or the internet or whoever. Okay,
MSNBC. All of them report it. Fucking
I
stop.
know they all report it. Both sides report it,
That's what I'm saying.
but
They're trying. They try to shove it
you
down.
don't have to drink it. You don't have to drink it that trough.
You don't. But everybody did with COVID. They were all drinking it.
Yes,
That's what I'm getting at. Something small that doesn't matter if all of the mainstream news
right.
people get a hold of it, they play it over and over and over again. They play it. They
Why do
shove
they
it
do that?
down
Why do
people's
they? Why do
throats
they do that?
for distraction.
Yes.
So you're not paying attention. But that's what I'm getting at. We're all too damn stupid. We're not. But
No.
everybody's too damn stupid to quit drinking that damn water.
Yep.
You know, there's your transgender stuff. If my if my son identifies as a girl, he should be able to go to the girls' restroom. No, he still has a penis. He can't go anywhere but the boys' room. Same thing if a boy, if a girl thought she was a boy, she's not going to go into the boys' bathroom. I'm sorry.
Hmm.
Come on, people, stop. And that's what I'm saying. It's everywhere all the time. So you'll look over here. They're going to shove it down everybody's throat. So you'll look over here, get pissed off about that. But let's not pay attention to the fact that all your money's going somewhere but your pocket.
Okay.
That's what I mean by shoving it down your throat. It's all over social media.
Yes.
It's all over Twitter. It's all over the news. It's everywhere. It's everything.
Yes.
That's the term of shoving it down your throat because you're going to see it.
I don't know. It's not in the Constitution. It's in the
That
House
has anything to do with it.
House rules. Yes. In fact, there's very little about that in that office in the Constitution.
Mm-hmm.
It's all tradition and formalities.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yep.
As far as the actual Constitution is concerned, it's a ceremonial position only.
Mm-hmm.
However, there are certain times when ceremonies are important, like when you're getting sworn into the office to begin a new Congress. The rest of the time, he's just the presiding officer of the House. So that's kind of the way it is. So where we at? Where we at? What time is it? We got an hour and 10 minutes in. But seriously, at some point, and I think we're right on the boiling point of it right now, because I suspect that and any day now, I expect another shutdown. Oh my God! It's finally taken off, but I don't think people are going to buy it a bit.
Now, what's going to happen to us poor fools is that World War III is going to happen, and China and Russia is going to come in here, and we're going to be like, y'all are fucking stupid. We ain't believing this shit this time.
I think Russia's busy, and I think China's busy too. But I'm not sure what they're doing. But they don't want to become another Russia.
Right.
Maybe
they'll send North Korea here. It'll be one of them. It'll be something.
Yeah.
They'll tell us that they've invaded us.
I've heard that it'll be wild thing before, and that went really well for them, I guess. Okay.
Mm-hmm. Of course, they're all probably coming in over the border, southern border. So, shit, they're already here.
Where did I hear that? Somebody said 100,000 a day.
It's insane. It's insane numbers that they're coming up with.
What I want to know is when did Mexico get high-speed rail?
Oh, it's not Mexico. That's the funny part. Everybody thinks it's Mexicans that's coming. It's not. They're coming with them, but it's not all of them.
Oh my God.
Yeah,
I don't care.
Right, I agree with that.
I don't care who they are.
Our government is too big. I agree with this. The government's too big, and we've caused that problem. So, we've caused that.
Hey, look, I all I can say. Look, I can't say. My district elected. The next door district elected Jim Jordan.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. and the guy we elected for senator isn't that much better.
Right.
He's a writer of his big claim to fame was writing Hillbilly Elegy.
Oh yeah.
So we've got. Yeah, I've always fought the system. I guess that's my problem. Yeah, but at some point along the line, I decided the best way to. It was a better way to learn as much as I could about how the system works in order to fight against, to slow them down effectively. Okay, that's the hard part, because well, I think maybe I've succeeded too well. I've slowed them down to the point where they do nothing. I was hoping just to slow down the bad ones.
Yeah,
but it turned out to be, it slowed down all of them. Just the day-to-day kind of thing is mind-numbing. Okay, because I flipped over to C-SPAN this morning. I saw a news flash came up that, oh, they're voting on McCarthy. Okay, oh, cool. I'll go over and look. And they were doing the normal business of the House. Okay,
right.
Bill 4728 is up for approval on, and that's all you and the day-to-day bookkeeping kind of things that just drone on and on and on. Okay, procedures. Okay,
right.
And I listened to that for about 10 minutes. And I was ready to go back to bed.
Oh God, yeah.
So God help those people that have to do that every day.
Oh, I know.
Yeah.
It's crazy. Who was the senator or whoever it was that pulled the fire alarm so he didn't have to do the vote? It would stop the vote.
I don't know.
I'll find it.
I heard. Did they actually say who it was?
Oh God, yes. And he even.
I mean, you would think it would be on the damn on security cameras.
He even put out a statement. Yeah, no, they've got him on security camera, and they had even put out a statement. And he was like, "Oh, I thought it opened the door, bullshit, but I've got a." I took a snapshot of it, and
I was so drunk.
No, he actually didn't say that.
Party last night. I was reaching for the door. Oh my God!
But it's like this huge red sign that says emergency exit only, and on both of the doors there's these huge red signs that say emergency exit only. Push until alarm sounds. 3 seconds. Door will unlock in 30. Okay. So he just goes over there and pulls the fire alarm that's right beside of it. And it's all to stop a vote, some kind of crap. This was an elected representative from somewhere. Yeah, I gotta find it now. Damn it!
Oh my! It's even worse than I thought.
Bookmarks.
They're up there and they can't read. They can't read. They don't know the proper operation of a fire door.
Well, they were just actually trying to stop it. To stop the. I bookmarked that and it's only showing one thing. That makes me so mad. Anyway. Jeff. Oh, I'll be able to go Google it, I'm sure. Hang on. Let's do that. Because they were like,
it's not like it actually stopped anything. It may have disrupted it for 5 minutes or something, but I can't imagine it being more than that.
Jamal Bowman.
Okay.
That's who it was, Jamal Bowman. So let's find out who this is. Um, go back and put this in. Jamal Bowman, because it was on. I mean, security cameras caught him.
Democrat, 16th District of New York.
Yep.
Age
47
40,
years old.
age 47.
Yep.
No, wait.
But and I don't know what they were voting on at that time. I don't remember what it was they were voting on. But yeah, he just went out, and pulled the damn fire alarm to stop the vote.
There's been a report made, a new update from Capitol Police.
Well, I'm going to tell you something. He needs to be damn
That
arrested.
That happened on Saturday.
Yes. That was off the news beat. Yeah.
I assumed that happened today.
No. That happened Saturday.
Okay. Like I said, I've been staying away from the papers for.
But you know, it's like one of those deals. It's like, so if that's, he needed to be arrested. If you're going to pull a fire alarm, anybody in school, any place that you pull a fire alarm, you get in trouble. You get in big trouble. So it's like, what are they going to do to him with it?
Well, let's listen to his statement here.
Oh,
Today, as I was rushing to make a vote, I came to a door that is usually open for boats, but today it would not open.
That goes outside? I got to send you this picture. You'll crack up.
Well, maybe he was smoking out on the steps. No,
he must have been smoking some damn good crack. I'm just saying.
I didn't say what he was smoking, or he just wanted some fresh air. I'm with him on that. Yeah.
So he was rushing to go vote.
Yes.
It's bullshit.
Wait a minute. I
can't. Yeah, I forgot. I'm on my hotspot and it won't let me send.
Rushing to vote. It's the rushing to vote. They had
that's
some. They had some Republicans rushing to vote too, but I guess.
Well, Jamal decided he was going to go rush to vote and run the hell outside.
We just put in those new doors last week.
Yeah. So it's like, and he does. I'm serious. I don't care. I'll send it to you after the show. Show you the doors, but
it's just
that's a hoot. Yeah.
I mean, God. At least they didn't put a bomb in front of the headquarters building or something,
Just wait. That'll be the next one. And then they won't do anything about that. But yeah. I know one thing. I'll never step my foot into the Capitol building. Ever. I've been there when I was, I think, 11. It's gorgeous. It's absolutely beautiful. And if you ever have the opportunity to go.
Mm-hmm.
It's absolutely beautiful. It's breathtaking. But anyway.
Mm-hmm.
So, but don't know what school he was principal of, but even Morgan Freeman is shaking his head.
Oh God.
Yeah.
That's terrible.
I tell you, yeah. So yeah, charges should have been brought against him, and something should happen, but he won't because of who he is.
Actually, I don't think he can be charged.
Oh, isn't that funny?
And the reason is he was a congressman on his way to a vote.
But he was going outside.
Doesn't matter.
He was
No,
exiting the building.
No, he was coming back inside.
No. The
Well, that's
security
how he.
footage
Oh, that's. Well,
shows him.
I'm going by his testimony. Somebody has to have pictures of whether he was coming in or going out. You know.
No. The security footage shows him standing, looking. He's inside,
Mm-hmm.
looking outside, and he pulls the fire alarm.
Okay.
His hand is on the fire alarm, and he pulls it to stop whatever vote was going on Saturday.
Okay. So somebody coached him. Somebody coached him to the proper story that he should say.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Yes.
For the people
To
that
gain
won't
immunity. Okay.
for the people that
Yes.
won't see the video, that won't
Yes.
look into it any further, they're going to go, oh, well, he was trying to come inside. You
He
can't
was-
pull a fire alarm from outside of a building. You just can't. Yeah. So, yes, I agree with Ron. Yes, he should be charged.
Well, we'll see. I'd like to. I'd go for a vote or a show of hands. So how many think he'll actually be charged?
Oh,
I
he won't be.
No. Then yeah. I mean, considering. Oh my God. What's the guy? What's the other new senator from New York? Or representative from New York? The one that.
AOC?
No. The guy that was just elected that basically couldn't even truthfully tell his own name. Sanyos?
Oh, was he a
Santos?
relative of Biden's? He got dementia too?
No, I think he's originally from Brazil or Argentina or something.
Oh, but yet he's in our government. Oh, yay. Oh, yay.
Oh my God. That's just crazy.
It's pathetic.
No, I guess I feel kind of left out because I went Saturday and so I went all day Saturday and all day Sunday and all day Monday and had no idea. I thought that happened today. So
no, I'm still trying to find this. Like I said, I tried to book, and I bookmarked it, but I bet just because of who it is, my bookmarks, when I bookmark those stories, they kind of disappear and don't.
oh yes. It was necessary to take that particular instance of the story down to to correct the punctuation. Yes, that's it. The punctuation was wrong.
I found it. He pulls the fire alarm in the Capitol building during a government funding vote. It was over the funding. That's what it was. Yeah, and he's there's also a tweet that he's put out. I don't know when, but it says no one in this country is above the law. Well, apparently so, because he's not been charged with a crime. But yeah, that's pretty funny.
Inside the Cannon office building.
But yeah, he wasn't on the outside, he was on the inside.
Okay. On security video, a man was seen trying to exit the door in the Cannon building and then pulling the fire alarm that prompted the evacuation. U.S. Capitol Police officers had previously placed signs with clear language that explained the door was secured and marked as an emergency exit only.
Mm-hmm.
That's straight from the Capitol Police.
Right. And and you can see it in the video.
I'll give that a little bit of, since I'll obviously referenced the security cameras. So I'll take their word for it.
And it's in the security cameras. And then they also have a picture that they've posted clearly, because the security cameras, you can't read all that stuff, but you can see their signs. You can't read what the signs are. So they later posted a picture of where he was and where he pulled that fire alarm.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah. I mean, if you don't want to vote, don't vote. They do it all the time, you know?
Yeah.
Their absence for votes all the time.
Mm-hmm.
So, if you don't want to vote, don't vote.
I get so many. Now, oh gosh. It's a good thing I don't know. I'm just one of those people. I don't know my way around the Capitol building, so I can't say.
I don't either.
Was this like on his way to his office? To, they have a better commissary in the Cannon building. We will see. We will see. I'm just glad I am not in the 16th district of New York, wherever the hell that is, because I would be shamefaced.
Yeah.
Yes.
I just had another one go overhead. I don't know if you could hear that background noise or not.
Uh-huh. But then again, I always said I'm already shamefaced for the people that I've got representing me. So believe me,
it's pretty stupid.
It's not as obviously not as high a hurdle as it once was.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Let's see, where are we now? So okay. So have I convinced you that we can escape this thing, or there's just no way out? We're stuck with it.
We got too many damn stupid people. We're stuck with it.
Well, yes. There's really more stupid people than they gave you credit for. You could have a point there.
Mm-hmm.
But good grief, if you break it down piece by piece, and feed it to them, one little piece at a time, don't you think we could get a little bit of sense into them?
No, because nobody's teaching that.
I think it's too late. It's just too late. Well, I guess the only thing I can do is have fun, enjoy, while it lasts, because it ain't gonna last very long. I've just got that feeling,
Yep. Yeah, it's a little ridiculous, but here we are.
Mm-hmm.
We need to put on one side of the country everybody that wants electrical everything And then on one side of the country, everybody that's going to live in the real world because we know shit that happens.
Hmm.
And that's something too with California that
Yeah.
absolutely blows my mind. They have to do these rolling blackouts that
Right.
last for days or weeks. Doesn't matter if it's winter or summer. They don't give a shit. So people have to have their gas powered generators.
Correct.
So, but yet we want to get rid of fossil fuels. So that's just, and then in New York, it wasn't too long ago, they were wanting to get rid of all the gas stoves, everything natural gas, everything.
Nah, that didn't happen.
Come on.
That
Stop.
didn't happen. Actually, there was a study.
Canning's easy, Jay. Just saying. That's easy. That's nothing. You just cook it, put it in a jar, put the lid on it, flip it upside down until you hear it seal and pop. You don't need a canner for that.
Hmm. You don't need a pressure cooker canner for that.
You, you don't need a canner, period.
Yeah. Okay. Oh, yeah.
You
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
just
Yeah.
need,
Never.
you just have to warm up, keep the jars and the lids warm.
Yep.
Whatever you're going to can, make sure it's hot. Pour it in that can, put the lid on it, turn it upside down, and set it, and then you'll hear them seal themselves.
Hmm. Very good. Well, I don't know. Maybe we'll save. Maybe if things continue this way, they'll save the forests.
Nah,
People will be using the deadfalls and the brush to stay alive. Because they'll have forgotten how to sharpen an axe.
oh, but they'll tell us that we can't touch our trees because our
Yes.
carbon dioxide counts too much. We need our trees. They'll come up with some kind of stupid shit.
Wouldn't it dumb? Oh my God! It's just.
So yeah, we're an
I,
hour and a half in of nothing but bitching for the whole damn hour and a half.
I didn't start out this. This was not my idea. This was not the way I conceived this particular segment. Oh my God. This was not the way I conceived this particular segment. No, not at all.
We had a better conversation last night about paranormal.
I know. So let's
Should've
go
said
there for a while.
we're an hour and a half in, dude. We can't rehash
One of the things that we were talking about is what we really need to do. And I don't know that anybody has, I mean, I'm sure people have written something about this, but I don't know if anybody is really, when you have people who have experiences, okay, whether it's messages from over there or noises from over there or moving things from the other side, to here. They're usually okay. People feel cold spots in a room. Okay, that's a pretty common thing.
Mm-hmm.
You would think if we take all these little hints and build them together, they can give us some idea of what the properties are of that space.
Mm-hmm.
And if somebody has, Oofy, are you there? If somebody can show me a map, or I know of anyone who has tried to map that out, I would be so grateful. There you go. Just like in the movie Ghost,
Mm-hmm.
several other movies,
Yeah, he
But I don't.
finally learned how to manipulate stuff
Mm-hmm.
by
What
the
I
end
yeah,
of the movie.
So Patrick Swayze.
Hmm.
Ever have any EVPs from Patrick Swayze?
Have any what from?
EVPs from Patrick Swayze?
Oh yeah, no. There was somebody that would, after somebody would die, they would like, oh, I've just made Steve
Houdini?
Huff, I think's who it was. He would, anytime a celebrity passed away or whatever, he was
Uh-huh.
on his machine or whatever it is that he's
Oh, okay.
concocted. Um, and he's like, I've made contact with them. Here they are. And he's, come on, dude. They just died today. Stop.
Ooh.
Oh yeah, yeah.
I'd like to
Gimme.
hear something from. Yeah, I'd like to hear somebody's message from, say, Robin Williams,
Oh yeah. God, he was
or
great. I
yeah,
think he even put shit out there from that. I don't know. There's just, it's crazy. It's just, to me at that point it's disrespectful.
yeah. I think so. I think
Mhm.
so. What is it? It's yes. There is such a thing as too soon. I guess.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yes. Like
And even
9/11,
if it was real,
9 like 9/11,
yeah,
2001.
even
It's
if it
too
was real, keep your mouth shut. Just keep it to
yeah.
yourself and just keep your damn mouth shut.
We're uh, yeah. It's but I think there are things about over there that you can get from people's experiences.
Hmm.
I think it's different. I think it's definitely different. Certainly different. I don't think time works over there the way it does here.
Mm-mm.
We're kind of stuck in the flow of the river of time, And
Also,
I don't think that I don't think that's a I don't think that's a thing over there.
you kind of also, wouldn't you have a different outlook on everything? I mean, poof, it's all.
Well, if you I think we were talking about this. Some people have said wherever wherever you place your attention, that's where you are
Hmm.
when you're over there.
Yeah.
Okay, in their experience, and I can go along with that.
Hmm.
So if you don't exist in a time or a place, those two things go together. I think they're pretty pretty well connected.
Hmm.
You've got to have a place to have time. You've got to have time to have a place.
Hmm.
So if you are free to be where your attention draws you when you're in that other space,
Hmm.
that other space isn't you aren't in a fixed place. Okay? And I don't believe you're at a fixed time either. Because there's nothing I can conceive as being more boring than being stuck in one room or one house or whatever for all eternity. I mean,
Right.
that would be cruel even of the devil.
Oh yeah, definitely. Yeah. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
So
Hmm.
Flatliners. Was that the movie with the one that drowned? The lady the uh
No, that was the movie where Kiefer Sutherland, Julia Roberts, and I can't remember the other. I think it was Julia Roberts.
Okay.
Other people were in. They were all medical people, and
Yeah.
um,
I thought.
they
Oh,
would make you die.
mm,
They would literally, you would
yes.
die, and
Right.
they would only keep
Induced
you down.
near-death experiences, or
Hmm.
yeah, yes.
Hmm. And
That
then,
would take.
oh, Kevin Bacon. Kevin Bacon. Yeah, I forgot about him. How
Okay.
can you forget about Kevin Bacon? What the hell's wrong with me? Anyway, there was a good cast in there, but it was like you would go under and they would bring you back after so long, and then you would have to recount your experience there. And every time somebody was put to death, they wanted that time cycle to go longer. But the things that were happening to them over there was following them back when they were brought back to life. So if they experienced a demon or some kind of horrible thing that happened over there, when they were brought back to life, that thing followed them
Hmm.
in real time.
Now, the one I was trying to think was Natalie Wood. I can't think of the movie that she was. They were actually doing it. They hadn't released it yet. It was her last movie.
Hmm.
Brainstorm.
I don't. Oh, I didn't see that one.
Let's see, released in 84, 83. Yep. That was those two movies kind
Hmm.
of fit together in my head. Yeah, because it was the same kind of thing. It was using medicine or physics or whatever to break through the veil.
Hmm.
Yeah, interesting. It's been a long time since I saw that movie.
Hmm. Oh, they remake a lot of movies, which
Mm.
they're running out of ideas. So,
Well, yeah, they'll remake anything. They even remake bad movies these days
hmm,
and do
yeah,
it worse and do it worse. Yes.
they had several. E oh, not e I'm thinking episodes, but that sequels of
Mhm.
Sharknado. So, yeah,
Oh my God, yes.
yeah.
I think I saw a little bit of the first one. And said,
Mhm.
no, this isn't even funny anymore. Uh,
Right.
there's one movie that's coming up this November. No, or unless they delayed it again. The second Dune movie is supposed to be
Oh, yeah,
was
I didn't
supposed to
watch
be out.
it.
I'm looking forward to that. So
Mhm. Oh, yeah. Tremors
it
is
was,
another that was a great movie. That was one of those sneak up from behind B movie that was
Tremors.
supposed to be a B movie, and it was a
Yes.
great hit. And Ron also they're rebooting Frasier. Do you remember that sitcom,
Hmm.
Frasier?
I would be
That
reminded if but I can't think of it off the top of my
that
head.
was a spin-off of from Cheers.
Okay.
Dr. Frasier Crane,
Oh yes,
then
yes,
he got
yes.
his own show, and oh my, it was
Mm-hmm.
great. Loved it. But one of
Mm-hmm.
my favorite scenes, and I can't ever forget it, is I think so. It's in Cheers,
Uh
and
huh.
Dr. Frasier Crane he's one of the most logical, let's look at it in every angle and stuff like that. He decides he's tired of living a safe life and he wants to live dangerously. So
Oh,
he grabs a pair of scissors and he's snapping them. And he's like, I'm going to run with scissors. And he runs all the way around the bar. And it's one of those things you had to be watching the show to see it, but it was so funny. But
oh.
then Woody Harrelson, when they were
Mhm.
to Cheers, I kind of thought, okay, what are we doing? Are we jumping the shark? What's going on? But I mean, he was a perfect replacement for Coach that
Yes,
passed away.
yes,
He was perfect for that.
yes.
I don't know what's going on with the helicopters. Here comes another one. Except this one's coming from the south. The one that just came a minute ago was coming out of the north.
You're surrounded. You
Right,
cannot escape. They'll
they're
turn the
doing
spotlight.
something.
They'll turn the spotlights on any moment now.
That would be great. And none of them are on the flight radar.
See, they're incognito. They've got their dark glasses on. Yeah, that's little night vision work. Dodging the trees.
Maybe they like my balcony as much as I do.
We've got we have reports of multiple lighted candles in the vicinity.
I think we see a bottle of bourbon sitting out there.
Yep.
Yeah. Oh, this is hilarious.
God. Oh, jeez.
Spying on our movie review. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, I think that one was a medical flight because I think it just
Okay.
went to Bowling Green and now it left Bowling Green and it's going back. But the Chinooks that went over, man, they can't sneak up on anybody. I'm sorry. You can hear them.
No, that is not their forte. Those aren't the ones. Those aren't the ones you used to sneak into Bin Laden's compound.
No, not at all. Well, even the Black Hawk that go by my house, they're not quiet either.
Well, like I said, they've never released what those copters actually look like.
Mm-hmm.
That they failed to burn the tail rotor when they crashed.
Mm-hmm.
They got most of it, but they didn't get the whole thing.
Mm-hmm.
I wonder. I'm really curious. That was at least 25 years ago, and those babies are still under wraps.
Oh yeah,
they must be good.
What was it? Was it
really good?
What was it I sent you that went flying over, that circled around my house and then took off? Was it?
Oh, that was a B-52.
No, it wasn't a B-52.
That wasn't the B-52 one? Okay.
That was, oh gosh. Now I've got to go find it. Italian? It's Italian?
Might have been. The mapping. It's an American military plane, but it's Cavalieri or something. It was not a name that trips off the tongue exactly.
No, this one here, because I thought it was so odd because it was loud, and I heard it the first time it went past me. I wonder, did I send that to you in Messenger or Skype? I don't remember. But it wasn't the first time it went by, and it was so loud because you made the comment that it can't even make Mach 2.
Okay. or Mach 1. I don't know. Yeah. Oh, that was a T-38.
Okay,
That
yeah,
was
yeah,
a
yeah,
T-38.
yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Man, that sucker
Yes.
was loud, and he was
Yeah.
way low.
Mm-hmm.
But now that one did show up on. I must have sent it to you, Messenger.
Um, uh, I don't know. I can't remember. I can't remember exactly. I mix the two platforms up too much. But that would be a nice plane to catch a ride in.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
T-38.
Because now he
A
come,
little tiny pocket rocket.
yeah,
Yeah.
looped around and went on, and it was. I followed him for quite a while on the radar
Mm-hmm.
part of it. When he come through here, I was like, man, I'm glad you're not any lower because it would like blow my windows out.
Mm. Yeah. Yep.
But it was interesting to see.
Well, yeah. I have no idea how loud they are, but I suspect from previous planes that I've listened to and been close enough to get a feel for it,
Mm-hmm.
those F-35s that can hover like the
Mm-hmm.
old Harrier jump jets, those
Mm-hmm.
things were God, those are loud. So I can't imagine these new ones are completely, they're not. I think they'd be loud too. They have to be. Just a lot of power. Takes a lot of power to do that.
The name of
Stay-
the call sign on it was Head 25,
okay.
United States Air Force. He was at 5,000 feet. And I think that was all that was when you said duck. And then you said that's a baby trainer. It can barely hit Mach 1.
Right.
But yeah, it did a complete loop around here after it left Louisville, and then it went. I think it would followed it to Knoxville, Tennessee, and that was.
Mhm. Yeah.
I mean, it made it there like within an hour. So it was interesting. My excitement for that day. But yeah, I enjoy watching the military fly over because it's
Well, your
pretty
home
cool.
base, home base for a lot of army there.
Well,
A lot of
especially
army down there.
Blue
Mhm.
Angels are in town.
Oh God, yes.
But I think the
What?
last time they were here,
Yeah.
one of them crashed, and I don't think they're going to come back for a while.
Oh,
So, not good.
well, we're coming up on 2 hours. I think we're gonna try to wind it down.
Mm-hmm.
And people, be calm, love one another, and damn, have a good time when you can. I guess that's as far as we can go today. Any final words, Maria?
Eat trash and hell Satan.
Excellent, excellent. Oh, thank everybody for hanging out with us tonight. Uh, we'll come back next week and do it again. Y'all, it's been fun. And we will see you again next week. Good night. Good night, Maria.
Night.